Was it because of a protest, or was it because of guys out for a walk one night who decided they'd go kill some Americans? What difference at this point does it make?
The number of classified emails from Hillary Clinton, nearly 1,000. And some reveal how freely she and her staff shared information on the Benghazi attack. Some in tone from her supporters read like this: "I'm being flooded with emails about how you rocked it and you looked fabulous." That was from her former Deputy Chief of Staff, Huma Abedin. Another supportive email read in the subject line: "The Twitterverse is abuzz with Hillary cavelling," using the Yiddish word for gushing praise. Political consultant Mark Penn, on the other hand, sending an email to Clinton suggesting it wasn't wise to lose her temper in the hearing, since Republicans could use that moment as evidence that they had rattled her. One of her aides leaped to Clinton's defense, writing, obviously he was on the email, "Give me a break. You did not look rattled. You looked real. There is a difference, a big one." My political power panel is here. The National Review's Kat Timpf, Democratic strategist at Tamara Holder. Tamara, first and foremost, what do you think of these emails, the backpatting and all the rest? Does it show leadership that she had so many yes men around her?
Well, I think that's, you answered the question yourself, that she had yes men. And I think that most people do. They work for her. They're supposed to tell her how great she is. She's under a lot of pressure. You know, I don't know what else they could have said. Are they going to blast her over email? There were other emails that said that have said that she gets lost or whatever. She's confused at times. So to pick this apart and say that this is I don't know, that these are bad emails, I really don't know what to say other than they were kissing her butt. Big deal.
Which, to your point, most leaders do have a problem with. That is whether it's a CEO, whether it's his or her board, whether it's a political leader. Kat, what is your take?
These are particularly disgusting. The "you look great" one, who cares? It's not the prom. This is serious business. I'm not surprised, though, either, because the way she acts, the attitude that she has, it's very clear that she's not receiving a lot of criticism or people are telling her that she's anything but completely above the law and completely above reproach. It's gross to actually see, but based on her attitude and her actions, I guess I'm not surprised. It must be really fun to be surrounded with a squad like that. If I could find one, I'm sure that my attitude might be like that, too. I don't know.
So, Tamara, let me go back to you. This is just sort of the informality which most people do have with their staff, but it's a Hillary Clinton's email to one of her advisors, basically asking for the channel number of Showtime, because she wanted to watch Homeland. So I guess the point is, these are the least of our problems, right? This is, did she or did she not lie and put other servicemen in danger in Benghazi? That's what this is about.
Absolutely, and I think that that's really the bigger issue. Of course, in anybody's email, we have what, 55,000 pages. You're going to see things about an email about Bon Jovi and Showtime and all of these things that are totally mundane. The issue is, and it's the big issue, and the FBI is still looking at it, is whether or not her behavior was illegal. And I'm not one, although I'm a lawyer, to make a decision on that just yet. I'm waiting on the investigation. But these mundane things that we're picking apart, I think, are irrelevant, with all due respect to you and this topic, and everybody else that's talking about it. But it's not necessarily just being the prom queen. Remember, she was beaten up in the New York Times, the left-leaning New York Times. She's beaten up everywhere. So I don't really think that there's anything bad with having a few people tell you that you did okay.
All right. Your point taken, by the way, on what is significant and what isn't. Kat, what does this mean for her campaign and this issue of trustworthiness?
First of all, I don't think it means anything in particular because this happens constantly. We have 999 emails here that were classified information, and most of the day has been spent talking about Leonardo DiCaprio and what may or may not have happened in a movie with a bear or whatever. So people are just sick of hearing it. She's involved in so many scandals that it's kind of old news now. It's kind of like when Trump said something controversial. Oh, Trump said something controversial again. Personally, it makes me sick, and I'm going to talk about it as much as I can because it's just, it shows a level of incompetence that she seems so much more concerned about anything but keeping us secure. And the fact that she did make these mistakes, she doesn't seem to think was a big deal.
Kat, love having you. Tamara, thank you both. Glad to have you here. First, Apple kept changing your power cords, and now there's a new report that they may change your headphone cord. Coming up, a guest who says he is tapped out of Apple Cash.